I was actually diagnosed with an incurable disease. So I could have just, gave up, but I chose to carry on. As I'm reading a book right now called Greenlights, we're all confused. We're confused human beings that are just living our life and trying to make sense of the world. But in reality, most people don't know what's going on. Most people, they don't have a clue what really life is all about and how to live it. I'm not saying that I know what life is, but one thing I do know is that I'm trying to find the answers, and I'm trying to search high and low for things that I don't understand. Stuff like depression, stuff like, if something bad happened to you, like 5 or 6 years ago, I was actually diagnosed with an incurable disease. So I could have just, gave up, but I chose to carry on. And another thing that happened was I went through a really hard breakup. But as I'm reading a book right now called Greenlights, which I really recommend you to read, it's by Matthew McConaughey, he's the Wolf of Wall Street guy. And he says, sometimes we find our frequency by holding on to a moral bottom line in the midst of chaos. But then he says, sometimes we find it by breaking the rules and running the red light to get home. So in his book, he explained how basically he had to live with this family in Australia, and this family were a bit weird, but he decided to stick with it and just kind of live in their house for a full year. And he ended up becoming like a vegetarian or a vegan, and he started eating lettuce with ketchup, and he lost a bunch of weight. He lost a lot of weight, and he started running a lot, and basically he was going through a lot of trauma, but he thought it was due to cultural differences between himself and the family in Australia. So he chose to stay there. So in his book, he said if he didn't choose to stay in that place for the full year, he wouldn't have become what he was. So this video is just to remind you that if you're going through a hell, it's fine because, well, it's not fine, it's difficult, but it's fine because you can actually find a way to kind of keep on going. And when you look back in the future, you'll see that was the best thing that happened to you. So anyone that's going through difficulty right now, I just want to tell you, you've got this, and keep going, don't stop.